What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the biggest bodybuilding news in the world right now. And I have got to say this was a shocker. Hany Rambod, the greatest bodybuilding coach of all time, the man who has 25 Olympia title wins, retires from elite bodybuilding coaching after today's Prague Pro event. Now I have got to say we did not see that coming, considering the fact that he has two of the best guys, Derek Lunsford and Hany Chopin, chasing that Olympia title. Now, there is no argument that there is a better coach than Hany Rambod. So what he did with Jay Cutler, with his legendary comeback at the Olympia 2009, when Jay won back that Olympia title, when no one expected that. That was absolutely mind-blowing. And the manner in which Jay won that show, delivering one of the most dominating performances in the bodybuilding history, that was so monumental. So Hany Rambod and Phil Heath dominated the sport from 2011 to 2017, which is another milestone in Hany's coaching career. And don't forget, the former Miss Olympia, Derek Lunsford, who was really struggling to put it all together. He was going down in his placings until he paired up with Hany Rambod, and he first won the 212 Olympia title back in 2021, and then he won the entire damn thing in 2023. So what Hany and Derek achieved together, that will go down in history books as one of the most unbelievable things in bodybuilding. That the same guy won the Olympia in two different divisions.
It's the stress of these preps, of these high-level preps, is what it is. To try to continuously try to be the best in the world is one of those things where if you're trying to do what I do, there's a reason why I only have a handful of people I do it with, because it's not something I can be able to scale.
Jeremy Bundia won 4 men's physique titles under Hany's coaching, a record that still stands even to this day. And I have got to say, this will create such a big vacuum in the industry, and it will put a big question mark on the future of Hany Chopin, since Hany Rambod had a lot to do with Hany getting the visa and helping him get to the US every single year, especially when he was struggling so much back in the day. And even this year, I'm sure you guys remember, Hany helped Hany all the way up to the last minute to get Hany into the country for this year's Arnold UK. But I'm sure since Hany is still working with Evogen, they will still help him get the visa every single year. Now we can speculate later on what coach Hany and Derek will choose moving forward and how that will impact their careers. But what a great and legendary career it was for Hany Rambod. And the man really loved what he did. And I'm sure moving away from this part of his life, that was a very difficult decision. And that is why he teared up in the announcement video.
Obviously, like I said, I've been doing this my whole adult life, right?
Yep.
And
we're super proud of you.
Thank you. I love helping people get to their goals.
And what a show Hany Rambod has picked as his last one. Because we know the 6 times Classic Physique Olympia champion, the biggest bodybuilding star in the world, Cbum Shaun also retires tomorrow. So Derek Lunsford has made a dedicated post, and so has Cbum for Hany Rambod. So we will wait what Hany Chopin has to say about this, because Hany has been with Hany Rambod earlier than both Derek and Cbum Shaun. So the bodybuilding scene has changed very fast, especially after the Olympia this year. Matt Jensen walks away, and now the biggest bodybuilding coach, Hany Rambod as well. And I have got to say thank you so much for being an integral part of bodybuilding community, giving us such phenomenal performances with so many big names of the industry, and wishing him the best of luck for his future endeavors. So when was the last time you were so excited for an Olympia qualifier? Prague Pro is breaking all the record in terms of the engagement that it is getting from the fans all around the world. Even the head judge Steve Weinberger seems so impressed with 6 times Classic Physique Olympia champion Cbum Shaun.
I'm shocked that you did it. I'm not shocked. Knowing you. Knowing you. I didn't want to do that. I know you. I'm more excited to see you there. I can't wait to touch you. Really, good luck. Yeah, that's your mark. Amazing. Amazing. The elephant out there. Maybe I'll go down. Well, you got him. Appreciate it. Hi, Grace.
He is a real superstar here, and once again, we are nothing but thankful towards him for doing this show and giving us fans a one last treat before hanging up the posing trunks. So out of the total of 20 guys Chris Bumstead will be the fifth man to walk out for his mandatories. Now, Hany left a funny comment under the latest physique update of Cbum, but he removed that later on. Obviously, that was a joke, as Hany has previously mentioned, that for Cbum to move into the men's open class and do well at the Olympia, he needs to get bigger. So we will find out tomorrow when Cbum stands next to all these big bodybuilders like Martin Fitzwater, Shaun, as some of the experts are already saying that it is gonna come down between Martin and Chris Bumstead. So Martin Fitzwater also released new and possibly final physique updates before he steps on stage tomorrow, and he is obviously the one who is very confident to get his win as well as his Olympia qualification for next year. So a lot is gonna change in the next 24 hours because Stefan is big on putting a lot of carbs in Martin's system for him to be bursting hard and full on the stage. Now, me personally, I still think it is gonna be extremely hard for him to beat that Olympia package because the man was probably one of the best peak athletes at the Olympia this year. And we all know it isn't just about being shredded. Martin had a sweet combination of everything, conditioning as well as the fullness, that made his Olympia debut one of the best in the recent times. So Martin is also pretty big on hitting the vacuum in a number of front shots, and him along with Cbum, they are the only ones who brought the real hype to this show. So this is a comparison that we are all waiting to see. So guess who is gonna be the first guy to walk on that stage tomorrow? It is none other than the giant killer, Shaun. And this picture posted by Shaun with him and Martin, that is one of the best pictures posted in the bodybuilding world today. So what are we expecting from Shaun? Well, we are definitely gonna see a bigger and a much more fuller version of Shaun, as he is already more than 4 pounds up compared to what he weighed one day out of this year's Miss Olympia. So this is gonna be Shaun's first show with his new coach, Stefan. So that is gonna be really interesting on what kind of a package they bring to the stage on their first try together. Now, Shaun, as a 2x 212 Olympia champion, pound for pound, he is the most densely packed guy on the earth right now. So he is looking to shake things up tomorrow. No idea where Horsemdi is gonna land tomorrow, but he for sure made a great marketing move by competing against Chris Bumstead, and he is gonna milk all those comparisons against Cbum for a long time. Also, this is the first time in his career where he is gonna do 2 back-to-back shows, and maybe he is that type of physique who gets better from one show to the next. So he looks amazing in the last physique update. That is one day out of this year's Prague. But we have doubts about Horsemdi's look on Instagram versus the stage. But this can really turn into the biggest show of his lifetime if Horsemdi is able to beat some of these guys and he ends up in the top 3. I mean, the man clearly has the size. Yes, his back is still very weak, but every other bodybuilder in this Prague Pro lineup, they have some weaknesses. Take Cbum for instance, his arms are nowhere close to Horsemdi's. So one more day, let's see if Horsemdi can tighten up from Romania to this Prague event. And I have got to say, do not forget about Christian Volsky. I think he probably got a bit overlooked at this year's Romania Pro. He has an unbelievable flow. He is very complete top to bottom, great symmetry overall. I mean, he stood next to Akim Williams in Romania Pro, and that really showed how much size Volsky has on his frame. So it might be a 6-man first call out, and I expect Volsky to be in there. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.